The hottest fucking thing a guy can do
is tell you about the winged hussars in the Battle of Vienna. In the summer of 1683, Vienna was surrounded by Ottoman troops and its defenses were about to crumble. The Habsburg capital was the key to the Danube corridor at this point, so it was both symbolically and strategically key. The capital's collapse would let the Ottomans into the heart of Europe and likely shatter the balance of power. Kara Mustafa Pasha, whose ambitions actually exceeded the length of his beard, wanted to ultimately humiliate the Habsburg monarchy. His army was somewhere between 120 and 150,000 men. It was one of the largest armies assembled in Europe in the 17th century. Vienna's defenses were not prepared for an assault of this magnitude. Its city garrison under Ernst Rüdiger von Starhemberg numbered around 15,000 men. Its modern defenses were incomplete, they were poorly supplied, disease was rampant, and the Ottomans were mining under the city. So by September, the city's defenses were about to crumble. The Holy Roman Emperor Leopold I was unable to take the Ottomans on his own, so he was appealing to neighboring powers. Although the Austrians would have never had the Ottomans on their doorstep if the Austrians didn't stab the Hungarians in the back 100 years prior, when the Hungarians had been defending Europe from the Ottomans for 200 years before that. Anyways, luckily the Polish-Lithuanian king Jan Sobieski decided to personally lead a relief army. Sobieski was a very experienced warfare commander. He had spent decades fighting the Ottomans and the Crimean Tatars. His army was much smaller than the Ottomans, but it was built around the elite heavy cavalry unit, the Winged Hussars. They were an elite heavy shot cavalry unit who had long lances designed to break, sabers, pistols, and designed for modern warfare. They had really strong armor, and obviously they had these big wings behind them that actually created a noise effect during their charge. On September 12, 1683, the relief army gathered northwest of Vienna on the hills. Sobieski commanded the right wing, with mostly Polish forces, and Imperial and German forces were in the center and the left wing. The terrain actually favored a downhill charge because they're up on a hill, but leading the multinational army was no easy task. Mustafa, thinking he was hot shit because he had the numerical superiority, actually redeployed his troops to face this new threat. The battle developed rather gradually, but by the late afternoon, the Ottoman forces were stretched thin, tired, and unevenly deployed. It was at this point Sobieski committed his cavalry. 18,000 cavalry charged down the hill with 3,000 winged hussars. It was the largest recorded cavalry charge in European history, and when they clashed into the Ottoman lines, it sent the Ottoman troops running for their lives. Europe and Christendom had been saved, and Sobieski echoed Julius Caesar's "I came, I saw, I conquered" with "We came, we saw, God conquered." Never again would Ottoman forces reach this far into Europe.
Never again will the land of my people fall into enemy hands!
And it began a gradual multi-century decline of the Ottoman Empire, eventually leading to their collapse.